I'm going to slit my fucking wrist!
Hey everybody, it's Tim the broke bitch philosopher. Gas in Texas is like at $3 a gallon and I can't get to my sensitivity training classes without sucking back alley dick for pocket change. That of course being an analogy for Patreon. Except instead of me sucking out your baby batter with my killer tongue game, it's you sucking videos out of me into your mouth, ears, and eyes. I don't know, this analogy is terrible. I should stop here. Point is, I should be diving into my money pool like Scrooge McDuck, and I can't even afford goddamn ramen. And that gives me two options for the money pool. One, I can go around the casino stage in Sonic Adventure and keep doing those shitty pinball games over and over again with that weird section where you see knights but you can't move around, and then you go to the claw room and it grabs you and it shakes the money out of you, but then it's not enough because you can't reach the Chaos Emerald, so you have to go back to the
No! God, please, no!
Okay, so in all seriousness, this Patreon is pretty much just set up as a backbone for me. I wanted to be putting a lot of work and time into this YouTube stuff, and ideally, I'd like to be making something out of it, but pretty much all of my videos get either copyright striked or flagged down for demonetization because I'm an edgy boy. So obviously, there's no obligation to it, but every little bit helps. Ideally, I'd like to be making enough through YouTube to either count as full-time or part-time pay, so that I don't have to keep doing dish work for minimum wage. Obviously, I'm pretty far off from getting to that point, but still, like I said, every little bit helps. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be a shitty Patreon video without me shilling my shitty reward tiers. So let's take a look at some of this shit. For pledging $2 a month, you get Thrift God status, which basically just equates to nothing really, just my undying gratitude and access to my Patreon only feed. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing with that, but at that point, if you're just doing $2 a month, it's pretty much just because you like my content. You don't really expect anything back except my content. For $5 a month, you get Credit God, which means that you get a credit at every single one of my videos, plus all previous reward tiers, including the ones that don't actually mean anything. For $10 a month, you get Teacher's Pet God status, which means that you'll get access to a private group chat, plus all the previous tiers. For $20 a month, you get Movie God status, which means that you can pick one movie every month for me to talk about in a podcast, plus all the previous reward tiers. For $50 a month, you get Video God status, which means you get exclusive access to a video raffle where all the $50 patrons get to add a video topic for the next month, and one of them gets picked. No revival though, I swear to fucking God. Plus, of course, all previous rewards. If you pledge $100 a month, you get YouTube God status, which means you can give me a video topic and I'll do it. Not revival, but anything else, I'll do it. Plus all the fucking previous rewards.
Alex is doing this shit! You fucking
Sorry, Jack. For $2,500 a month, you get the Final Nut status, which means that I will raise your children. Speaking of which, there's actually a video I made about that where some guy actually kind of tried to get me to raise his kids for doing that, and I don't know, it's a funny video. I'll link it in the description if I remember. Probably not, but go check it out, I guess. I don't know. Finally, on the Patreon page, if I earn up to $1,000 a month, I'll be able to do this as part-time work, which means vast improvement on the quality of my channel. And if I get to the point where I'm getting $2,500 a month, I will be able to make this my full-time job, which means quality will skyrocket exponentially. Like I said, there's no obligation to donate, but if you do, I do have some perks waiting, and hopefully the more money I get, the more quality will improve on this channel. Now, initially, the money from this Patreon will go into $3 a gallon of gas in Texas. What the fuck? However, once I start making some more money on it on a consistent basis, a lot of that money will go towards labor costs. I'm not talking about the baby making kind. Speaking of people I'm sending a dime to, I'd like to introduce y'all to my new editor who'll be helping out with some videos, Diego from Promatur Ent. Say hi, Jack.
Cocaine is cool and so is killing Merkins.
I agree and endorse everything you just said. So like I said, Patreon, it's up now, links in the description. And if you don't have any money because you're either 13 or you're 26 and live at home with your parents and think that Naruto is a good anime and don't have a job, then just take money from your parents' purse. What are your parents gonna use it for? Do you know that your parents waste tons of money every month towards a water bill? You know, water, that thing that comes out of the fucking sky? Why feed into a disgusting capitalistic society when you can just pay me instead? But seriously, y'all, I appreciate any and all patrons that may come from this. There will be a link to my Patreon, Promatur Entertainment's channel and probably my previous Patreon video all in the description. New videos coming out soon. I don't know how to end a video.